All right, today we're going to dive into a take on AI that's a little different. This isn't just about the latest tech or the hype. It's really about something much closer to home. How all this is changing the way we actually think. So imagine this. You show a friend some new AI videos you made, and that's what they say to you. I mean, it's a pretty common idea, right? That if you're a critical thinker, you must be totally against AI. But what if that's completely wrong? You see, the author of our source material today isn't some recent convert who just jumped on the bandwagon. Turns out, he's been deep in the world of AI for a long, long time, way before it was the thing everyone was talking about. Yeah, this is not a new hobby. We're talking about a journey that started way back in 2003, using some pretty complex stuff called Petri nets. Just think of them as super smart flowcharts for machines to make manufacturing lines run better. By 2004, it was computer vision for self-driving systems. And today, the work is literally life-changing, like building an AI that spots a hidden cancer on an X-ray meant for a broken rib, something the human eye would almost certainly miss. So look, the real conversation here isn't about whether AI is good at automating jobs. That's kind of obvious. The much deeper and honestly more important question is about the psychological impact. What actually happens to our brains when we start outsourcing our thinking to a machine? And this isn't just some gut feeling or a philosophical debate. Nope. Recent research has actually put a finger on a very specific danger, a critical thinking trap that a lot of us might be falling into without even realizing it. In fact, a study by Tian and Zhang from Wuhan University really nails this down. They call it a double-edged sword. And what they found is that depending on how much you already know about a topic, using AI can push you towards one of two pretty bad outcomes. And this chart just lays it out perfectly. On one side, if you're an expert, you have high information literacy. You're constantly questioning and verifying what the AI tells you. That's great for your critical thinking skills. They stay sharp. But the cost? It's exhausting. It leads to serious cognitive fatigue. On the flip side, if you don't know much about the topic, you're more likely to just accept the AI's answer. No mental strain, sure, but over time, your own ability to reason and think for yourself just starts to erode. But hey, it is not all doom and gloom. Not at all. If we can look past simple automation, AI actually gives us a massive opportunity to do something incredible, especially when it comes to education and learning. Forever, education and corporate training have been stuck in something called the iron triangle. You've got three goals you're always juggling: reaching a lot of people, which is scale, doing it efficiently, which is speed, and tailoring the experience to each person, which is personalization. And here's the catch, the thing that's held learning back for so long. You could only ever have two of the three. You want personalized, one-on-one tutoring? Great, but it's slow, and you can't scale it. You want a massive online course that reaches thousands fast? You got it, but it's one size fits all. There was always a trade-off. This is where AI could be a total game changer. It has the power to completely shatter that iron triangle. How? By creating learning experiences that adapt in real time to every single user. I mean, just imagine a world where every single student has their own personal tutor, guiding them on a unique path, all at the same time. That's the promise here. So we've got this incredible potential on one hand, and this very real risk of mental laziness on the other. That brings us to the big question. How do we actually use this thing? Well, here's a pretty straightforward guide to get us started. Think of it like this. On the left, these are your green lights. Go for it. Use AI to brainstorm, to get past writer's block. Use it for summaries. But, and this is a big but, always double-check the details. Use it for finding patterns in mountains of data. But on the right, these are the hard stops, the red lights. You do not let AI make the final call on legal or financial decisions. You always ask for its sources. And most importantly, you never, ever outsource your moral or strategic judgment to a machine. So, it all boils down to this. AI isn't our savior, and it's not our doom. It's a tool, a seriously powerful tool in our collective toolbox. We can use it to build things we've only dreamed of, or we can let it chip away at our ability to think. The choice of how it gets used, well, that choice is and absolutely must remain ours.